All right, take two on this saw here. I ran into another problem. When I zeroed this, I flushed it against the blade. A lot of people say to use calipers and stuff like that, but I think if you have a ruler that's going to be zero like this, focus, let's see if we can get in there. You can zero it on that and then flush it against the fence. Give my camera a second to focus. Oh boy. There we go. So basically what we have here now is that this is flushed against the blade pretty well. I could probably run wood against this and it really wouldn't bind up. I just ran some thin strips that way, basically, if I can find one. Can't find anything. This guy. So I ran this came out okay. That's a really thin strip by flushing the blade against the rip fence. But that causes problems, obviously, if you're going to create a sled where you're doing, this isn't what I'm using, by the way, because this is clearly not wide enough, and I actually have some cutting board material I was going to use, but back to the story at hand. So this is flushed against this. If you do that, you can get this close enough for most things, but then you take it out to something like that, and as you can see there, it's not flush. It's not flush against the table insert. It's not flush. There we go, you can really see it there. It's not flush against the miter rails. So normally when that happens on a saw, when that happens on the $129, $199 Ryobi, there's actually a spot in the manual for how to fix it. In fact, if you look in the troubleshooting on the Ryobi, it says, you know, if the saw is kicking back or grabbing the wood, then you might have to adjust the horizontal this direction, the direction the saw is turning this way. In here, come on. Yeah, material kickback from blade. It doesn't mention anything in here about dealing with that by adjusting the blade orientation. According to someone in the only other video on this saw that I've seen, he fixed this problem with trunnion adjustment, but I think that's something you should be able to do with Allen wrenches or just regular tools and not have to. I don't even know how you get to these trunnions. As far as I can tell, I don't know even if these are the holes, but the Allen wrenches provided don't fit down in there. So good luck with that. You know, you're on your own for that. It's not something I'm going to call Hitachi tomorrow if they have no solution for it but that. I might take this saw back because that's a big deal. 99% of kickback problems are because either the fence or the blade isn't aligned. So that's something that would be a make or break type thing, unless you're adventurous and more mechanically minded and want to stick your hands under there and start loosening bolts. But that's it. One more problem, which is a real bummer because this is really well made otherwise. I'm seeing more to praise than complain about, but the things to complain about seem to be just like blatantly designed things that everyone's going to run into. So that's it. Thanks.